Welcome, everyone. Welcome in to this morning's live. We have a special guest today. I did hit the button a little bit early, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to throw you off. I'm just super nervous, and I wanted to make sure that I had it all set so when our guest comes in, I can just hit the button and she will be there. All right. So I know it's a little bit different time, guys. We're on super early. We're normally on in the afternoon. I do have a small announcement, guys. Water signs. We're going to do water signs at noon today. So please come back and join us for that. The holidays, it's definitely shaking things up. I totally just got the Wi-Fi alert. Have mercy. Let's hope this stream holds out. All right. So today we're going to interview Siddheye Preyea. Siddheye is my Reiki instructor or Reiki healer. I met her through a group here on Facebook. Full-time purpose, guys, if you haven't heard of them, it's a super amazing group. But we swapped. I gave her a reading and she gave me a Reiki healing, and it was amazing. I was really surprised by it. So I'm really excited to introduce her to you guys today. I know I sent her the link and hopefully she can get in okay. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about her. Hi, Sandra. Let me know. Sound is okay. Pictures got my huge face. I know. Hi. All right. So, Siddheye Preyea. She's on Instagram, guys. If you, I did put the links in the description box of Facebook and YouTube. I'm not seeing her come in. God, I hope this works out okay. But she's in India, guys. So doing this and getting it set up, time-wise, was definitely an experience, right? My sister had to show me. Good morning, Diana. My sister had to show me how to put my, like how to put the clock on your phone so I could see what time it was, for her when I was doing it, right? I still don't see her coming in. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I hope it works okay. All right, so let me just send it to her one more time, in case by chance I sent her the wrong one. All right, let me just paste really quickly. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and keep going. Hi, Miss Tina. All right. So I know I got you guys up so early today, right? But this is going to be so exciting. I already know. All right. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about her services. And then when she comes in, we'll have her break it down to like what those services mean, right? So when I looked her up, so when I was doing the interview, it's my first interview. So guys, when you're going to interview someone, you have to go do research. That's what you're supposed to do. So I found out that she's an ACC hypnotherapist, and I will have her explain what those are. She's also a CBT therapist, an inner child therapist, which we all need here on this journey, right? She's a tarot card reader, guys, and she's also a Reiki practitioner. She does one-on-one coaching. And while I was studying, I seen that she helps people with chronic illnesses. She has done them before, and their stories are on her Instagram. So make sure to check that out. She's talked to departed souls, human and animals. I found that super interesting, right? And she also channels divine energies, angels, and gods. And that's what she's going to do for us today. So it's going to be awesome. All right, she's having difficulty, so give me just a moment, guys. All right, I think she should be coming soon. I'm going to go ahead and keep going. All right, so here's my personal story with Siddheye Preyea. So I was new to spiritualness, right? I wasn't like a very godly person. I wasn't very spiritual. I was a very angry person, right? As for those of you that knew me before. But so I definitely got this feeling after the divorce that I needed a cleansing. I needed to like literally cleanse my soul, right? I definitely fought at the end of the karmic marriage, and there she is. And then I decided I needed to start being more spiritual. I needed to learn about it. I started going to church. I started doing all these things, right? But I found Siddheye on the group I was talking about earlier, and we swapped. Like I said, we swapped services, and she gave me my first Reiki session. And at first, I have to admit, I was a little, like kind of skeptical, I guess you could say, because I'd never had one before. I didn't know what it was going to be about. She was so good about explaining how it works, right? I actually had my second Reiki session, and it actually gave me a strong confirmation of all the downloads that I had received from the first Reiki session, right? But it also gave me some physical assistance. Hi, Clarissa. So the physical assistance, guys, she pointed out an area in my body that I was having needed to see a doctor about, right? And I actually did make an appointment because I did have some issues in that area. And she doesn't even know it. I haven't even told her yet. I hope she can hear. I don't know if she can hear us or not. But she practically saved my life. They found ovarian torsion. And they called and they're like, you're going to have to go to the emergency room. You got to have emergency surgery. You got to do all this stuff. And, I run there, and there was another lady there that actually had it too. It's a really rare situation where the ovary gets twisted and it cuts off the blood. And there was another lady there, and that's a whole other show. We'll talk about that at a different time, but she had it too. And she ended up having to have emergency surgery. They went ahead and scanned me again before they cut me open because they wanted to make sure, not just go based on somebody else. And they couldn't find the ovarian torsion. So she healed me in many, many ways. So guys, if you haven't tried Reiki, definitely try it out. It's another tool, just like tarot, just like astrology, just like everything else. But here she is, guys. Here she is. Ready? Siddheye Preyea from India, guys.
Thank you so much, Rosa. Thank you. Thank you so much for
All
that
right.
really great intro.
All right, Sandra, help me out. Let me know who you can hear. Can you hear both of us? I'm going to not have sound because I didn't have my own speaker on. All right, do we have sound now? No sound?
No?
Oh, I
Oh,
hear
we
you. Yes. Yes, I hear you.
do. Okay, great.
All right, can everyone hear her okay? Oh, look. Kanu Jane says she is amazing. She must know you. Awesome. All right. So I went through and I did a little introduction. I went through the list on your Instagram, the ACC hypnotherapist, the CBT therapist, inner child tarot, Reiki practitioner, one-on-one, all of those things. Guys, I did put her link in the description box. So if you guys want to check out her information, it's on YouTube and Facebook. I talked about my 2 Reiki sessions, guys. We were already setting up my third, so I'm just saying. And then of course I'm just going to. First question I'm going to ask you is, what is an ACC therapist?
It is accredited hypnotherapist, which is the certification that I took actually certified me to be an accredited hypnotherapist. So it was
Beautiful.
based on a lot of case studies, research reports that we had to submit in order to qualify for that subject. So yeah, I did like a lot of case studies and stuff. And after that, I did get a certification of ACC hypnotherapy.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So I have a few questions. They're mostly storytelling questions because I really want to just open it up so that you can channel out all the things you want to get out. But I want to start. This is my first interview, Siddheye. Thank you so much for being so patient with me. I've been so nervous. But I did a little research on you more than before because I already knew a lot about you already, but I wanted to get my information straight for the interview. And I came across this, all of your posts on Instagram are beautiful. I'm sure you've seen all my hearts coming in all at one
Yeah.
time. I'm sorry.
Oh,
But I
very
did. Yeah, I did see where you went to the orphanage in India on your birthday. Can you tell me a little bit about that? What made you decide to go?
So generally, every birthday is like a lot of planning for me because I'm very very excited for my birthdays. So I would plan way in advance to celebrate my birthday in a luxurious and in a very lavish manner. And this birthday also I did the same. I always buy a new dress for my birthday, and I would buy all the matching accessories, all materialistic things. And this time also I tried doing that, and somehow 1 week before my birthday, I felt like no, this is not me anymore. I'm trying to replicate the old pattern because I wanted to feel connected to that old version of myself, but I was not able to feel connected to that. I'm like, no, this is not me. This is definitely not. I mean, I had been planning my vacation, trip, so on and on, saving up for it and all. But a few days before my birthday, I'm like, this is not me. This birthday, I'm gonna do it differently. I'm not gonna plan anything because I had stopped planning. I had started going more with the flow and not planning much about life. What's the next move? Not planning.
I like that, going with the flow.
Yeah, totally. So, in fact, I had no plans to visit an orphanage even till 28th of October. 29th is my birthday, 29th October. So, till 28th also I had no plans. And 29th, I woke up in the morning and I was meditating. I always meditate when I wake up in the morning. And in my meditation, I saw orphanage. I knew I have to go there today. So then I started searching for orphanages near me, and not because of COVID situations, although it's not so strict here, but some orphanages don't allow you to interact with kids. I wanted to interact one on one with kids. So luckily, I found this orphanage that had 65 children, and I went there. And I wanted to cut cake with them, but again, that was not allowed. But I arranged for meals for every one of them because,
Nice.
I mean, I'm sure orphanage would do as per their best capacity, but I wanted to also do something from my side. And I would love to share this story. So um, I actually looked to hire a caterer for serving those 65 children. I wanted to be top quality caterers. So I researched a bit near my household, my neighbors and all, and I'm new to this area. And they told me there is a really good caterer. This is the name of the caterer, and this is the number you can contact them. I had been trying to contact them in the morning for 2 hours, and I was not able to get in touch with them. And I had to confirm to orphanage that hey, I would be visiting, and I would have something in my hand to also offer to the children. And I again surrender to universe. I'm like, universe, I know this is the best caterer because this is the common feedback I've received from all the residents. And for all the other caterers, I was like, reviews were like 50-50, like, okay, good, bad, like mixed reviews. But this one was perfect. I'm like, now you take care of it. Then what happened? I got a number of a lady and from another lady, and she's like, this lady is also into catering business and very good quality and very nice. So you can reach out to her. So I reached out to her, and I felt from my heart that she's also the right one. And I booked my order with her, and the packages arrived at the orphanage. And when I looked at the boxes, it was the same caterer whom I had been trying to contact 2 hours before.
Oh, wow.
This lady was wife of that person whom I was
Oh,
trying to reach,
wow.
and I was blown away. I was like, "What?
The
How did this?"
synchronicities.
Yeah, I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Do you know that lady?" Because I was trying to reach out to you entire morning. So her husband was waiting for me to collect the order. I'm like, I was trying to reach out to you since like what 2 hours in the morning, but you were not available. Who is this lady? She's my wife, is what he told. I'm like, "What?"
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I was like, this is the biggest birthday gift I could have ever asked for. And then children were very happy receiving that food and all. And then, you know how kids are, they had their art class that day, and they had some pillow painting they had done. So every one of them were bringing in their pillows and showing me their drawings, feeling so
Oh,
proud of their drawings, and they
yes.
want to show it. They want to express that, hey, see, this is what I do, right? Kids are like that. They want revalidation,
Yes.
and then they post with their pillow covers. And everybody would love to get a picture, and they just love that. They loved posing, and they loved being on, not everyone, but yeah, few of them. And they loved interacting. They were all around me. It was as if they have gotten a new friend, and I was also feeling that I am their friend. So it was the best birthday. And in India we have a really good tradition of so this called arti, where whenever some good event happens, or whenever some religious event happens, we light up a diya, which is something like a candle, and we light it up, and we rotate it around in front of the person who is going into a very important event, or some big thing is happening, as a blessing. So we say,
Nice.
the in the moment of, like, it's a blessing, and it's like lighting. How, why do you light a candle? Because it attracts good positive energies and it sends you some light. So it's like a way of doing that. I was not expecting that, and it's been ages. I don't even remember anybody doing that to me, actually. They were the ones. So four girls, they came to me holding a tray in their hands, and they were doing that to me. I felt so much loved at that point in time, so
Oh,
much love. Yeah, and they sang song for me, all of them unison. It was as if they have been practicing for so long. So they gave me so much of love, and everybody was like, happy birthday, sister. God bless you." Everyone also, it was so beautiful,
I
very warm.
bet. I bet. So is this your first time doing something like that? Or is first
Yeah,
time going to an orphanage? Do you think you'll do it
what?
again?
Of course. So it
Yes.
was orphanage the first time, but I have always been like a social worker. So even back in my university days and my college days, I used to volunteer for slum areas. So in India, we have two sections of society. One is very affluent, one is very underprivileged. So it's like very imbalanced in that sense. So I went to the underprivileged section of society in slum areas where they live in huts. So those kids are not, they don't have access to education. So I used to teach them there. So sitting near, and the conditions also where they live is not very good or hygienic, you would say. So I have been drawn towards them, I mean, since early my age, and I did that. Then I went to very local villages here and helped them open their bank accounts, because they had no idea about the bank accounts and the schemes that government have for them. So I helped them popularize the scheme and everything. But orphanage thing is first time that I did.
Well, you inspire me very much. Me and Junior have had a what we call a date night um since that we moved, and every 2 weeks it's like we're trying to find something to do. And we were setting up the interview, and I came across, where you came to the orphanage, and I looked at him and I was like, that's what we're supposed to be doing on our date nights. So we don't have one around here, but we're gonna go our next date night. We've already planned it. We're gonna go to the animal shelter, because you know how they let
Oh,
you volunteer to clean up. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna start there anyway. All
beautiful.
right.
That is beautiful.
So my next question, when I was doing my research, I seen that you mentioned that you had your spiritual awakening at 22.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? What happened? Like, what did you experience? Were you spiritual before?
Yeah, yeah. I think I was spiritual before as well. So even as a kid, so we in India, it's a tradition that, especially in Hindu religion, that we have a temple inside a house. So there is a small area which is dedicated to temple, and we have a lot of statues of gods. Like you would also get in US, like Ganesha, Shiva. So all those statues we have, and we pray to those statues. So it's a ritual kind of a thing. So in my house, we used to so before we eat food, we serve God. So it's like we would put food near that statue or in front of that statue. We would thank God for that food and offer that food to God first, and then we have it. So we do this 3 times, and my mom always asked one of her kids. So we are 3 siblings, so she would ask either one of us to do that. So whenever she would ask me and I would do that, I'm like, God, please leave behind a hint that you have eaten. I
Oh,
want to check if you have eaten or not. I don't know why I used to do that. And
that is
every
so
time I used
beautiful.
to, huh, every
That's
time I used to get hint. So I thought that I can communicate with God. Even as a kid, I used to think that, and I would say this to everyone. I would go to my grandmother's house, maternal, paternal. I would tell it to them that, hey, you know what? I can communicate with God because whenever I offer them food, they eat. So they used to think she's crazy. But that was what it was. And then, 8th grade happened when puberty hits you. And that was the time when there was my mom's friend. And I was acting all crazy like a proper teenager. My mom thought something is wrong with her, so she consulted her friend who was her best friend, and she was like, hey, ask her to chant this Buddhist mantra, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. So if she chants this, all of the energies, and she would be like calm and all. So my mom gave me that mantra, and with that mantra, they pray to Gohan's on, and they have a lot of spiritual books. So she gave me those collection of books with that chanting, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. So I used to do that as well. That helped me a lot actually initially. Then I stopped doing that, and then studies took over, and when I went to college took over. But back in 2016 actually, I had a very severe chronic anxiety, and to deal with that anxiety I was seeing a counselor who was in my college. And literally I tried everything, believe me. I mean, everything that she suggested me, but everything would help, but not permanently. Everything was temporary, so maybe like a day I would feel better, next day again I'm in the same situation. Then she suggested me meditation. So then I started researching more about meditation. I found Vipassana form of meditation, Anapanasati, wherein you just observe your breath and you go within and uh, just be with your breath. So I started doing that, and just 1 month down the line, I was able to heal my migraine, constipation, just with 10 minutes of meditation, not more. One day I had migraine attack. I meditated for 10 minutes. It was whoosh gone like that. I'm like, what did this happen? Because I would generally take tablets, and even that would not work. And then I got to know that okay, there is something more to meditation than meets the eye. So then I started meditating more. I opened my own spirituality club in college, spread the knowledge of meditation to a lot of teachers and professors as well. Sorry, students and professors as well. And we invited a lot of spiritual gurus from different parts of the world as well as in India. And that club is performing even great, doing great work even now that I'm not there. So it's a very rewarding experience to be a part of. But then corporate life took over me, and I would say that I used to meditate, but like 5-10 minutes a day, just to assure myself, or just for a satisfaction that okay, I'm doing something good for with myself. But it was in 2019 when I actually moved my city that I found back my proper spiritual path, wherein one day I was meditating and I went so deep. I mean, I don't know what happened. I was just meditating, sitting meditating, and my eyes were closed, and there was bright golden light in front of my eyes. Bright golden light, so bright that I had to open my eyes because it was so bright. I was not able to keep my eyes closed. I was surprised. I was scared. I was like, what was that? I don't understand what was that. It was weird, and it was a form also that I saw. It was like you can describe that form as a spirit guide or some guide that you generally see in books or something like that. And there was a hand and like light coming out from his hand. The entire scene I saw, and I'm like, this is weird. What?
Oh,
And I
terrible.
got very, very terrified. And it took me a while to regain my peace with it. But after that, multiple things happened. I started meeting some guides in my head, and they would introduce me in certain names, and I would search for them sometimes, and they actually existed. Like for example, Joan of Arc is one of the. So one day I was meditating, a lady comes to me in my meditation. She introduces me herself as Joan of Arc. I'm like, oh, what? Okay, let me search. Oh, this figure actually exists. I never knew
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
That is so
So
weird that you just mentioned her too, because um Sandra, she's with us. She gifted me these divine feminine oracle. And I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to share it real quick because big synchronicity. But I was studying them. It didn't have a book, so I was pulling it up online and studying it. And it has two Joan of Arcs in this oracle. So I was reading about Joan of Arc. So how interesting. I love the synchronicities.
wow. Yeah, that is beautiful. See, if she's there even in the tarot, I didn't know about her.
Yeah. I love how
So
they can, they get the stories from all the powerful women from all the different areas. You know what I mean? I love that.
I love that totally. Sure. I mean, the different parts and the stories of feminine energy, it's coming up now in all
Yes.
sense. I don't only mean in terms of us being female, but everybody has feminine energy within
Yes.
them. So, and so is the masculine energy,
Yes.
equally strong. So, yeah, I mean, that happened. And after that, it I saw some of my past lives, which gave me little bit more clarity. It opened my mind little bit more. And then when COVID in 2020, when COVID happened, I remember it. I will never forget it. I think it was so vivid. I was meditating one day, and Shiva, if you know Lord Shiva, he's considered as the first yogi to have you know in the universe in all. So he came in my vision, and with him came his wife Ma Parvati. So Shiva and Parvati, they came to me and they were like, Siddhi, you have to start your meditation session. I'm like, I was very degree oriented, very much certificate oriented person at that time. I'm like, I don't have a degree. That was my response. I don't have a degree. How will I teach meditation? They're like, you don't need a degree to teach meditation. I'm like, no, 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 no. I need a degree. That is how we learn. We need a degree. So what?
Arguing with your guides.
Then I was like, okay, if you don't want to wait me to get my degree, why don't you teach me meditation? And they actually did, they told me step by step how to I have to go about it. I started doing that. And it actually started working. So there was a very young girl, 19 years old, who was in severe depression, chronic depression, actually, clinical. And she had been taking pills and all also to control her depression. But one day she attended my session and she was crying and she called me. She was like, sister, you know what, I had not been able to feel my emotions for so many years. I can't even remember. Today I cried. That is an achievement for me. So thank you so much for that.
Oh,
Because from
wow.
your session, I could actually connect with little part of me, and that made me open up to myself. So thank you so much. That was my first exposure, for my first revalidation, you can say. Then I didn't look back actually. One thing led to another, and then I also learned angelic healing, and with angelic healing a lot of other I never did like proper textbook angelic healing as well. I mean, even when I started doing angelic healing, I was like, things are just happening. I am okay. I learned completely different stuff. I am doing completely different stuff. I don't understand, but I'm just gonna trust the divine timing.
Right.
And so many miracles. I mean, I was able to see or of people where they are suffering, where they need healing, and so many miraculous story altogether. But again, I don't want to give myself the complete credit for the same, because I just feel that I'm a facilitator. I'm not the doer. Doer is you, is anyone who has taken that step, that okay, I'm taking that charge of my healing and I'm gonna go that. So I can just be a facilitator to you. I cannot be the doer. So, and it works only when you are coming with a sense of surrender and trust, and just like trusting in the divinity, then it works the best. So yeah,
It's very true. It's very true. I feel like when I was first learning about meditation and all the different spiritual healings, wasn't in the right mindset. So the first couple of times I tried meditating, I didn't feel like I was able to shut the mind down. It wasn't until later that I learned you're just supposed to let it flow. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But I kept trying to control the meditation. You know what I mean? And I couldn't get like the benefits from it. It wasn't until much later, when I started having my spiritual awakening, that I really started studying and realized, there's no control. It's all about surrender. So as soon as you're able to surrender, and I know that's hard, people hear the word and there's a lot of confusion, I think, too. Don't you think, with surrender and like quitting? I feel like people kind of feel like they're giving up when they're surrendering. So yeah, I can see where that could be a little challenging, but it's definitely that's when it works, when you open up and just let it all go.
yeah, I would definitely. I just feel like sharing this as well, because you have mentioned a
Go
very
ahead.
valid point between surrendering and giving up. Because sometimes it could feel as if, hey, I don't want to give up. I want to try up to my
Hmm.
best of the capacity that I have. So many people, I have been in the similar shoes. I still be sometimes in that shoes. But what I have realized from my experience is that mm, we have to surrender for the fruits. We might not
Yes.
surrender for the work of course we have to do, which we call karma, that we have
Mm.
to do, but we have to surrender for the fruits. So sometimes we try to take control of those fruits as well. We try to be attached to the fruits of our work. So we say that, okay, if I've put 10 hours, I should deserve maybe $100,000, whatever it is. And we get attached to that $1,000. And I think that's where the surrender attitude, if comes in, can make things very easy for us, because see, if the money has to come, it will come anyway, because what we can control is our intention, we can control is our action. And if intention and action is pure as per the highest good, and let's say if you felt that you deserve 1,000 and you have received $500 right now, doesn't mean that you won't be receiving 500 more or additional even 1,000 more, because maybe you think you deserve 1,000, universe thinks you deserve 2,000. It will come to you in proper divine timing. It's just that you have to trust. And when you trust, believe me, 90% of your capacity is freed up. Because most of the time we keep wondering about, hey, I'm going to do this, will it work, will it not work? We are so
Right.
much attached to the actions. I think surrender is about surrendering to the results more
The
than
outcome.
surrendering to the actions.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Beautiful. All right. Tell me a little bit about what you're going to do for all of us here today. We have a little following on YouTube. I haven't seen too much Facebook. I know it's early over there. But we are on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, all three. And I will keep it posted. So even though the ones that got up early with me, thank you so much. We're going to receive this live healing session. But I'm going to keep it on my channel. So for those that couldn't make the live can still come in and watch. Can you tell me a little bit, like, will it still work for them?
Yeah, for sure, that will still work for them. I'll structure it in that manner.
So tell me a little bit about what we're going to do.
I have no idea. I'm just gonna surrender, and I'm gonna let divine take over, and let's see what comes out of it.
All right. What do you want us to do?
I just want you to take a comfortable sitting position and just trust and just surrender, and just be in this space for another 10-20 minutes, and just be open, and just a small prayer that you can do. Let the energies come to me as per my highest good. Now, what this will do is
Right.
this will help you trust more in the process. So, let the energies as per the highest good come to me. So, just this short prayer, and let me take care of the rest.
All right, I'm gonna put you all on you. Okay, are you ready? Let me make
Yeah,
sure I can get it now. Hold on.
yeah.
No, that's not right either. I'll get it. It's not gonna let me. That's so sad. I wanted to
What are
do
you
it
trying to do?
just yours.
Oh, no, no,
Like
it's
just
totally fine. We both are supposed to be together in camera. Then, if it is
okay.
not good, then we need both of our energies. It's simple.
Okay. All right, I'm ready when you're ready.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. All right. So, everyone, please close your eyes. Take a comfortable sitting position. You may be very relaxed at this point. Now, for a few moments, just observe your breath as it comes in and goes out. Just observe. Just be with your breath. Just notice how easily it comes in and goes out. You don't have to control your breath. You don't have to get involved in your thoughts. Just let them come and go as they may, while you center your attention on your breath. Now, keep your left hand on your belly and right hand over your heart and just feel the warmth coming in. Kare seya shoi seranakai, kare sorono hai ese, siare shiastoru nore seyarano pokore ye, seyarana sore rene yerene yehe, serana kokoi se seya shorene yara, seya narika se shostorono, kimaka soyeranaye. Koreyase, Shia Serana, Karinasto, Ninaroyase, Kanyanyasti, Shiasti Arano Kore, Karyana, Kayasora, Ninaroyanase. Koreyana Sara, Kanarana Sa. Sanarayana Sanarana Sanarana Ayanara Sayalana Karayana Karanara. Torres tenasto, kinasto nariasti, stonorono stena, kimariasti nari. Now we will end this with a Aum chanting, 3 times Aum chanting. So please sit with your spine erect. Now With your eyes closed and your hands in the prayer position or resting gently on your lap, whichever way is comfortable with you. You have to take a deep breath and exhale with the sound of Aum. Please observe me as I do, and then you can repeat after me. It is Aum. Please do it thrice and feel the vibrations as you pronounce this word. Feel the vibrations all around your body. Please get started now. 3 times. When you are done with 3 Om chanting, then we will just do a very short prayer for the earth. To dear divine energy source, we pray to you to spread some light, some love on the earth. At this point, we need some love and light showered upon each one of us, on the plants and on the animals, on the land, on the water, to the sky, to the connection we all share with one another. Let there be love, let there be light. For we are grateful to you for the blessings and abundance that you keep giving to us, keep sending our way, sometimes in disguise. Please give us an eye to observe those blessings in disguise as well, so that we can have the strength and courage to continue walking on the path that we are supposed to walk upon. We show our gratitude to you and gratitude to Mother Earth for blessing us with her gifts, with her abundance, for the food, clothes, shelter, for functioning organs, for body, for everything that we have and that we don't have. We show gratitude to her, to the universe, to the divinity that we all hold inside of us. And thank one another. Thank yourself for being here, for yourself, for others. And I'm proud of you, for each one of you. Thank you so much, dear divine souls. Now, whenever you're ready, keeping your palm over your eyes for 5 seconds and absorbing in the beautiful energies. Whenever you're ready, you may very gently open your eyes, becoming aware of your surroundings.
I cried.
Please take your time, it's totally alright. Don't have to rush back.
That was beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Siddheye. It's beautiful. So I hope everyone got to experience all the things that I just experienced. It made me super emotional, and I still have the goosebumps.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Siddheye. I'm so glad that you were able to come. I'm so glad we were able to do this, and I'm so grateful to you for everything you've shared with us today. Thank you so very much. I don't want to keep you much longer. I know that it's late there and you have a long night ahead of you, but thank you again. We're definitely going to have to do this again.
Sure, sure. Oh, before I forget, I have a message for two of them who were a part of this, who are or
Thank
were,
you.
I don't know.
Okay.
So, like, I could see them very strongly over the rest. So, one was dealing with some loss of pet. So, she lost her dog and she's been missing her dog a lot. And it's a her, female energy. And her dog spirit did appear and assured her that it was doing fine, that it's in good place. And I could see like a black dog, so in black in color. And that the other thing was, there was a lady, again, little old but middle age, not old but like in middle ages, like 40 or something, or maybe younger or near about that age. So she dealt with a lot of financial crisis of late, and she had been dealing a lot, and her root chakra was literally burning up. But I just want to let you know that it was like a lot of clearing happening for you, and good days are ahead. Just give it a month's time. You will see it getting settled up for you very soon. You are a divine, beautiful, pure soul. So it's gonna turn beautifully for you. So yeah.
I feel
Thank you
like I
for
know both people you were talking about. So both situations, I know exactly who that was. That's interesting. I
oh,
wonder I
okay.
wonder if they're freaking out. Super beautiful. Siddheye Preyea, guys. Make sure to check her out. I did put her links on YouTube and Facebook. I can't stop crying. It just keeps coming out. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you. Have a beautiful day ahead.
You too, Siddheye. Thank you. Everybody say bye to Siddheye. Thank you so much.
See you all soon.
Thank you. All right, guys, that made me so emotional. I can't stop crying, and my makeup is smearing off. um, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. I am going to leave it up. Hi, Carol. I'm going to leave it up, so please go back and watch it. Beautiful energy from Siddheye. I got so nervous keeping my eyes closed. I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to crash. But it went perfectly well. So I'm so grateful to Spirit. So grateful for all of you guys that made it so early. I know it's super early. Yes, guys, thank you so very much for coming in for this. We will definitely do it again. I just want to mention really quickly, guys, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I'm going to be doing you guys at noon. So yes, make sure to check it out. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, guys. I will do those on Friday when I get back. So yes, if you want to watch the water signs live, we're going to be on at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. So in about 2 hours from now. All right, I'll see you guys all soon. I gotta go wash my face and I love you guys. I'm always, always sending you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you.